Barcelona. Beautiful team. I have the kit in my cupboard, but I do have to represent Grimsby because they just won today. As welcome back to the rebuilds on this channel, and it's the one season wonder one as we are trying to rebuild Barcelona. Now, I'm sure every single one of you guys who knows anything about football knows the success that Barcelona have over the years. Pep Guardiola winning Champions League after Champions League. Lionel Messi, the best player in the world in my opinion, still there. Although times have been tough recently. They haven't won the league in a while. They have won the Champions League a while ago as well, because they've fallen off a little bit of a cliff and they hold themselves high. Their ex-president Bartholomew's in trouble with the police. Lionel Messi, like half a year ago, wanted to leave, really adamant on leaving as well. As yeah, it's all a mess, and we right here are gonna try and rebuild them. Rule number one is there is no extra money allowed, no financial takeover, no nothing. Rule number two is I have to have two of the players from the country that the team is in the starting 11. So if they're in England or the Premier League, I have to have 5 English players right in there. And the last rule, of course, don't sell everyone. I have picked this team to do a rebuild with for a reason. So here we go, we're going to get started. Of course, the transfers are important in this first month, as we have Dortmund, Milan and Atalanta in our pre-season, which we do kind of simulate and play at the same time. As yes, we've got a lot of players here and a lot I would like to get out, and a couple I have in mind to get in. But like always, we're going to try and set up our strongest team, and in my opinion, this will be it starting off. We have Ter Stegen, Roberto at right back instead of Dest, because of course we've got one season to do this. Busquets, De Jong, Pjanic, that could definitely be a place to rebuild on, with Messi on the wing. Griezmann, I don't want in centre forward, I actually want up front on his own with Dembele. Maybe another one I kind of improve up front. I have a lot of players in mind that I want to sign, but also a lot of players I want to get out. And I have gone and listed those players up, as I'm going to show you my transfer targets. But look at this youth player, Enrique Palacios, 16-year-old and 70 rated at Barca. I'm going to promote him to the senior team, even though we may never use him. And looking at the budget, I thought it would be worse for Barcelona. They haven't really gone out and spent huge big bucks, but of course they have spent a bit in the past, so maybe I'm doubting Barcelona a little bit, as we've got probably 176 million to spend without even selling anyone. So I'm going to go in for my first player, and I think I want it to be this guy. I want to strengthen the defense first, then maybe get Lenglet or the other guy. I've forgotten the name. It's not Titi, it's the other one. PK, of course. So we might be able to get one of those out, as I want to bring him in. Koulibaly. How much we're going to have to offer for this big guy, this unit at the back? I'll offer 70 to start off with. And will they accept it? They want 105, which is over half of our budget. And with the players in mind I actually want to sign later on, I don't think I can accept that at all. Can we get 85? We can strike a deal. And it's just down to wages, as he wants 200k. a week. That is a lot for Kalilu. Take the bonus out, because I do want to try and save a little bit of money. Well, he wants a higher wage, and I'll just pay it. I do want to save, but I do need to spend as well. So Koulibaly, an 88 rated centre-back from Napoli, is the first man through the door. We're very happy with that signing straight from the off as well, as now we can definitely get rid of maybe Lenglet. Should go for a bit of money as well, as we've got loads of players here. You might think if they're in the reserves, I've got a plan to sell them. Well, the truth is, I do, because we're only here for 1 month, as Coutinho gets an offer. It's Felipe the centre-back, so they're offering a good player there, but 5 million as well. So I am going to reject that one. Don't think it's worth my while, as Milan at the first game. Let's simulate this game, see if we can get a win in pre-season, as what is it going to be? It's going to be a 2-0 one. Dembele and Ansu Fati. Pretty decent, as we've got 2 bids in here as well. One from RB Leipzig for Coutinho, which is 39 million. I am going to accept that. I did want to kind of keep him here, but I will definitely accept that. And one for Griezmann for 78 million from Liverpool. And you know what? I'm going to accept it. I'll think of a replacement for the Frenchman, even though I did not plan on selling him, as I do have some big players in mind. Of course, not bad money as well, as we play Atalanta. This should be a walk in the park, as I also forgot to state what the aim of this is. I want to win the Champions League and La Liga. I'd probably say one or the other, or both if we're lucky. But out of both of them, I'd probably go with La Liga, just because I don't think they're anywhere close to winning it in real life, as we've got scout reports back I'm going to take longer though, I think, to think about my players. Now we have more money. And Umtiti's got an offer in right here. 37 million from Roma. Accepted straight away. We're getting this squad trimmed down in a lot of money as Griezmann has gone. 72.5 million for us, as Dortmund are the last team up as well. I'm also thinking in the corner of my mind about the Spanish players. We have Roberto, Piqué, Alaba and Busquets, so we have 4. And Ansu Fati, who's fitted in of course for Griezmann, so 5 in the squad now. But it does have to be in the season, as Hazard actually scores to beat us with Dortmund, our first defeat. But we do need more players. Griezmann's a big loss, and I do need a Spaniard really to replace him. And I kind of do have a plan in my mind, as we've got a bid here as well for Araujo, a player I'm never going to pay, so I'll let him go to Levante. As Coutinho goes out as well before the game against Lyon. No signing so far, because the player I'm actually looking at needs a scout report, which shows he isn't the biggest of player, as we do get through to the final as well. Toko can be scoring first, as we'll face Dortmund again beating Bayern. That's a shock right there, as yeah, the player I want isn't massive like I'm saying, but he's not the only player I want. And the other one is, as Firpo's got an offer as well, a Spaniard who's never really going to get played, so I think I am going to accept this from Atalanta for 18.5 million. And another bid here, Otto, from Manchester United. Don't know why I said Otto, really. They're going to get Umtiti in his prime if he doesn't decide to go to Roma first. So that is 37 million spent. And I think I'm going to try and go in for the next guy I had on the list, because his scout report is done and he might be controversial, but hear me out. It's not these two guys, it's Dani Olmo, 22-year-old, 80 rated. It's a decrease, of course, and it's quite expensive for a one-season wonder, but I am going to change to a cam. I'm going to take Pjanic out, who's always tired, and I feel like this guy might get to 83 rated before the season's up. So Dani Olmo, please join, as I'm hoping we can shake hands on 40 million. That is a good bit of money, but 61 is what they want with the sign I want to make next. I do need quite a bit, so 51.3. They're still not going to take it. Okay, they're being a bit stingy as Leipzig, although they've got so much money already from the sponsorships. 57.5. Come on, you've got the Timo money, and now you get my money as I'm taking him. And he does want a huge release clause, but only a sporadic team role. And he does want a wage increase, of course. Expect that, as we'll just pay the appearance fee as well, as Dani Olmo joins Barcelona. Very nice signing, IMO, as his name is OLMO. And of course he comes in just to complete the Spanish thing. I think I might have gone for someone stronger. I was looking at Wijnaldum, you could see it on the list. But we do need to fulfill our objectives, as Roberto, Piqué, Alaba, Busquets and Almo make up the 5 Spanish players. But we do have Ansu Fati, although I have a replacement in mind for him, and you might have an idea who it is. But I ain't going to be signing anyone until after this Dortmund game, as we do want a little bit of money. Our team's very, very tight compared to theirs, as they do beat us for the second time as well on penalties, so we won't be getting a trophy in the pre-season tournament. But I don't really care. We have done what I've kind of asked of us, and of course signed the players that we need to. We're on a roll. We're doing okay, and we're ready for the league, as the board are even happy that we've got to the final. Didn't even expect us to win it, as we're going to go right now to the side and sign the next one, as yes, he was on the list from before. I want to bring Neymar Jr. back home to Barcelona. PSG, of course, he's doing well there in real life at the moment, but he can't stay away from the beautiful red and blue of Barcelona's kit, so he's going to be coming back. Please, if we can of course pay his wages and everything, as we'll offer 130. I think that's definitely acceptable over his thing, but Poch wants a bit more for him, and that wage, I don't know if we'll be able to afford if we pay this, so I'll go for 140, and I think that's enough, Poch, so shake my hand on that, as he does. Come on, and can we pull this off? I think we will, as he wants a big bonus for his goals, but I'll definitely grant him it if he scores 20, as there we go, Neymar Jr. might be the last signing, although if we get some players out, he might not, like Pjanic, who could be sold for about 50 million, so welcome, Neymar. And I think that might complete the team. Messi is going to be my striker for this year. He can play there, apart from he's got a weird exclamation mark over it, but that might be down to his fitness, as this is the great team. A bit of a tired one and a bit old in some places, like Piqué and Alaba at the back, but I've got faith we can have a very successful season with this Barcelona team and the 3 signings we have made. Of course, still a while to go till the first game of the season, which we are going to simulate too as well, and we can get bids in as Firpo's gone, that's a bit of money, and Arunho's still here, and Osasuna are actually offering more than Levante, so goodbye. Yeah, as I was saying, we're going to skip up to the first game of the season, see if anything else happens. I don't know if there's going to be any more signings right now, but we do have January, of course. If we're doing bad, we'll bring players in. If we're not, we'll probably not bother, as let's see what happens. And after Araujo doesn't leave and Umtiti does, this is a week after where we just finished off, Araujo has another bid, but you know what I'm looking at. Manchester City only offering 94 million though for the GOAT, which is Lionel Messi. And although he has expressed his desire to leave in the past, and Manchester City was his preferred team, I think, linking up with Guardiola, I am going to full-on reject that. No way is Messi going to City. Absolutely ridiculous. Although Lenglet, on the other hand, 53.5 million for a player that sat on the bench ain't bad, as Umtiti's already gone Man United. They might be getting the other French centre-back from Barca. And Messi with another bid from PSG this time, including Gay, who's aging and 60 million. That's going to be rejected without a doubt. And an offer for Piqué that's getting rejected, as Lenglet has definitely gone now. He's going to Manchester United, and I don't know why everyone wants Piqué at this moment in time, as we've raised probably another 100 million. Until January, I think we'll be able to spend that, as that has just been brilliant. I don't know how we've managed to gather that money from players we're not using. And we've got a loan offer here for our youth player, which of course I'm going to reject. Want him here for my 1 year. See if he gets any appearances in the cup. As we're on to the first game already, I think some teams have played because we're now 7th in La Liga. The graphics have gone as Villarreal are the first team. I actually haven't looked at the calendar until I skip my games, as here we go. Can we get a win in our first one? And here we go into the game. They've got an old squad, Villarreal, in my opinion. Can we beat them? We actually don't, as it's going to be a 2-2 draw against the Yellow Submarine. Paco Alcacer, an ex-Barcelona player, with Frankie de Jong and Neymar putting us in front, but Dani Parejo cancelling us out. Maybe we don't have the best team on paper right now, as we don't start our campaign off in the way I want if we're going to win the league. And hopefully Real and Atletico might have dropped points, because this is going to be tight. No, they have won, Real, as shown by the graphic. And we're going to simulate 10 games in right now to see if we can do anything better, because that wasn't good enough. So here we are, 10 games on, and of course not including the Champions League games, as I will walk you through each competition, having a brief look at every single month. As unbeaten there, not really there, unbeaten a little bit there, but of course that's the first month we played. As let's have a look at the table, as here is the league position, and to be fair, we've only lost 1 game, but it's definitely not what I had in mind. We are 6 points behind Real Madrid, who have lost 1 but won 10. The 3 draws actually costing us in the end, as we are above the Yellow Submarine, who, I don't know, they're in 15th. Okay, they've fallen off. And Sevilla, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid sit above us. Atletico Bilbao just below us, but there's a big gap on there, so Champions League football looks confirmed, but not really that good. And speaking of Champions League football, we sit 2nd in the group. Piemonte Calcio actually top after beating us. We've beaten Bossotani and of course Dynamo Kiev, which we expect us to do, but still not very good. Definitely work to be done right there, as let's have a look at the ratings. Okay, Almo's gone up, same with De Jong. Piqué's gone down, Neymar's gone, not Neymar, Messi's gone down, and Dembele stayed the same. I would have hoped he went up, but oh well, as I think that's the luck that we've done 10 games in, and we can only go to January now, and possibly make more signings after a below par start. And here we are in January. I've been watching these months go by, and to be fair, they ain't that bad. Of course, we won El Clasico in an undefeated month right there. Got revenge on PSG a little bit. Oh, not PSG, Piemonte, Juventus, by drawing that one, and then unbeaten in the league, or the league before that, as we've got 9+ messages. I haven't stopped. I've gone straight through, as I want to try and get this money spent as well. And one thing sticking out in all these messages, not Pjanic's contract, but Lionel Messi's. He could leave in 6 months, and he submitted a transfer request. However, I am actually going to wait until after we've done our business to try and sign Messi up again, because of course we're only doing one season. If the sackers for letting Messi go, at least I've had my one season in charge, and I do want to try and get another couple of signings in. As in the Cup, we actually are in the semi-finals. We have Atletico Bilbao next, Real Madrid with Real Sociedad. In the league, we are second now, 6 points still behind Atletico Madrid, who just don't draw games when we do. Only one defeat all season, but it still ain't good enough, as we are level on points as well with Real. We need to beat Atletico when we play them as Champions League. We should be through, and are against Dortmund, who did us twice, of course, in the pre-season tournament. Not the best. Definitely not the best draw, as Busquets has got an offer. Rafinha could join back, and PSG with 17 million. Not bad for an aging player, but we do need the Spaniard in the team. Ansu Fati I want on my bench as a backup, but Araujo, again, I will accept. And to be fair, I do think we need a striker, as it's recommending at the side to try and improve the team, although I have a midfielder in mind to try and get. So I'm going to try the midfielder, then I will spend the rest of the money on a striker or right winger. I think that's the approach. You might be able to tell the money's gone down a little bit, 101 million, because we have gone and spent it. The graphic should show right here, and you'll be told at the side, as we have spent 30 million plus Miroslav Pjanic, so it has cost a little bit in resources as well, for Fabian from Napoli. So I think he's going to be a good midfielder. 83 rated, 24, getting towards his prime, and Dani Olmo, although we are playing him in cam and he is going up, I think is going to come out, because of course we do need a Spaniard in the team, and I don't want to take De Jong or Busquets out, so off you come for Fabian right there. You're going to go on the bench anyway for Pedri, who's good in real life but not in this save. Prefer Fati off the bench, as we do now need a striker or winger, as I feel like the other rest of the team is completely full. And finally, Araujo has left the club, as we are going to get this cup game done and dusted with. I'm not going to simulate, of course, the actual final, because we'll be on to the end of the season if we get there, of course, as we do just. Raul Garcia missing a last minute penalty, as Messi looks like him and Neymar actually put us through. Need to sign his contract, don't forget. However, my next priority, of course, is a striker, like I said, and I've got one player on the list. It's Erling Braut Haaland. It just has to be the Norwegian, as he has been linked with Barcelona in real life. He's played well against us with Dortmund already in this save in the pre-season tournament, and we will play him if he doesn't join, and we don't really have much money, so I'm going to offer 130 million for him, as they want 191. Okay, I'll put all my money in it. If they accept it, well done, but I don't see them doing so, as no, they won't. Just way out of it. Okay, that didn't work out, but I do have a replacement, and one that is linked with Barcelona in real life. Not Aguero, I just thought last minute, but Memphis Depay hopefully joins the club. We're going to pay his release clause as well, just because we've got the money to do so, and then I think his contract and Messi's should remove all the money that we have, just strip us down to the core, and I would class it as a good window, as he even does take a sporadic role, wants a big wage, I'll accept it, and yeah, good team, just get to Messi's contract. And was it ever in doubt, I'm even going to give him a wage increase, 600k for the GOAT from 510, as he sees it as reasonable. Not good getting 600k a week, but reasonable. At least he signed it, and that is a good sign, as we have a squad miles above everyone else's, I would say. But of course I'd say that as Barca manager, as we are going to skip towards the end of the season and see how we did, as I'm actually going to move Depay backwards, so he does get that centre forward role and the little boost in rating, as come on, end of the season, let's go. And the season is over, but you may be able to see it's not quite. I just told a quick little lie, as we have the El Clasico on the last game of the season. I aren't revealing our position in anything, as let's go into this and see how we do. Then we'll go backwards and show you where we have finished, as can we beat Real Madrid on the last day? We don't, as Aubameyang scores the only goal of the game, and you know what? Now I'm actually going to show you the position. Does it make a difference, you might be asking? Well, you're just going to have to wait and see, as we are in the final of the Champions League, so still can be excited about that, as Bayern Munich we are playing. And as for the league, La Liga, Well, you can just say it's gone a little bit good, as we have won the league. 2 defeats, 7 draws, 29 wins, as it didn't matter what happened with Real Madrid. I had you going for a second. Atletico second, who we actually never beat. We drew with them both times. But Real Madrid falling off, Sevilla falling off, and Barcelona are officially back into their prime. Come on, challenge completed. And to be fair, I think it would have been harder to lose the league than win it with the team that we've got, as it's going to be the same team going into the Champions League final. Can we win both? I said I wanted one or the other this year, and it is only going to be one because Barrios sinks us in the Champions League final when Bayern win in a very, very boring one like the Tottenham versus Liverpool one. A 1-0 game with 1 yellow card to Depay. And yes, we don't win that, but I'm counting this still as a success. It is a great, great win of the La Liga, Spanish League season, as that is what we just wanted. Lewandowski holding the Champions League trophy, but I'm not going to let that play on my mind. We still had 40 million as well left over after winning it, as that is a success. And another one of you guys' suggestions for a career mode, which I do have on a list right here very briefly to try and do in the future. So thank you for this career mode idea, this rebuild 1 season wonder idea, as I'll move on to the next ones next week. But of course, make sure to get yours in the comments below, as unfortunately guys, this is the end of this one. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, in a bit, and peace!